And now for the conclusion of episode 4 of Heretic, the Ossuary. Welcome. Gaming Wolf plays Heretic, E4M8, the Shattered Bridge.
And there is a Shattered Bridge. But the boss encounter is, well, it's reused assets. Use your imagination. Really, the setup for getting there is a little weird. Mostly because I didn't know how it worked at first. Until I read something on the internet that told me, like I do with lots of things. Barney reads the internet. Okay. I'll just tell you right now. So what happens is there's a bunch of pillars that go up and down, and there's areas with the pillars you have to shoot at them to make the sections of the bridge go up. That's the secret. Now that you know the secret, you can wait till I get to the boss for more advice. Get some bombs. There's not as much enemies as you think. They just let them all loose at the beginning. Sorcerers, not a problem. The Nitro Golems are kind of a problem, since there's so many of them in an open space. It's like having a bunch of Revenants out. Since there's so much claw orbs, I'm just gonna use them. And these. I never use these on the bosses. So why not use them here? When I have no more use for the fire mace. Oh, gee. Mochi! As I'm told, these monsters do rule. I rule. Oh, another fun fact about this level. Getting the yellow key is also a pain. I should explain that. But when you get the yellow key, it also counts as a secret. The world's only necessary secret. Unbelievable. But yeah, I should explain the other mechanic of actually getting the key. To get the key, you have to go on like the second from the left pillar. You go up it, you come out all the way to the right pillar, like on the other side there. Then then the lift goes down and takes you up to where the yellow key area is, but the door isn't open yet. You have to do the same thing again by going up the second lift and coming back out around that other lift at the end there. Or, yeah, next to the elevator that goes down when you exit. And then you'll get your yellow key. I'm not sure how it worked either. This is a very interesting design. I feel like the boss challenge is really just more figuring out what you had to do here, and that's okay. But man, you're not expecting that. Oh, and the wind is back for this level. Yep. Specifically for the running of the bridge part, and also when you're at the pillars, so be mindful of your controls when you're trying to get up these things. I've got all these segments up. Yeah. There's two more secrets, but they're at an easy enough spot. They're easy to remember. And they're not even, I don't even think they're necessary. I think they just have quartz flasks. Which is okay. So, I've probably saved up 2 rings and a couple tombs for this. That's what you need to know. We're gonna go up to the pillars and mess around this like top maze part, which reminds me of that one level episode 3 you're doing. Except it was even closer to this guy. These skull pillars will open up. Each of these sections seems to have 1 mummy and 1 sorcerer per. Okay, 2 mummies. Anyway, yeah, it's just mummies and sorcerers all the way down. That's how I explain my beliefs. Well, you know, to make sure you've covered your bases, to make sure what you know is absolutely right, in case my advice didn't work for you, is just to go up every lift, go in, then come out, escape from the lift again, and rinse and repeat for each lift at least twice. That will probably guarantee that you get the other key. Again, not sure how they made that work like that, but really interesting. It makes up for the Makes up for the boss encounter just being bleh. So, although if you're reading the title of the video, you kind of know that's on purpose because it's not very creative. Well, we got ourselves an infinite orb over this way. Okay, those pillars go down with the egg and the shield. Watch as I purposely navigate around the shield to get to the other side. Which I will do, because I'm going to save the shield for just before the boss encounter. Encounter! Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Truly, this was the first fantasy. Alright, well, you might as well use your egg somewhere, since it doesn't work on bosses. Yes, yes, that key is required to get to the damn boss area. I guess, let me think here. Yeah, that is interesting, actually. This is the first boss level that requires a key. Ah, it's the only boss level that requires a key. Very interesting. This is probably this is the boss level that's most like an actual level. Unheard of. Even more than Episode 3's boss level. That's incredible, man. Wow. So it really is a lot like the boss level of Doom's Episode 4 also, which was just a normal-ass level, and then they put the boss at the end. You know, I kind of like that, actually. Builds suspense and tension. Much for my synapses and sinew. Sinew, winu. Just pour some water in it and it shakes and it's like, no, I'm not a tree. I'm a rock. Alright. Round 1. Now for round 2. Now that I've tagged the wall. Let's do it again. Let's go with the time warp again. Can't wait to play a game about time travels to make stupid time jokes. Which one of those would be? Well, that doesn't matter, was it, when? Yeah, stuff like that. Tenses. It all goes back to tension. And torque. Which is like force, except circular. What was that guy doing? I don't know. But I just made him die. Also, was he bleeding purple? I never noticed that before. Put this thing with my hand inside it. Alright, now it should be available. Ah, good. It really struck me as putting something else in there, but they didn't. Okay. Still, before I get that, I'm going to remember the 2 secrets. Here's one of them going down this way. Plus, it'll let me clear out all the stuff I need to clear out before I get to the boss encounter anyway. And then I'll touch the shield. So, yeah, I use torch now. Why not? It's slightly darkish here. I might not even need it. I just want those knights gone. Get rid of them. Throw them out. Into the river or something. Open the door. Ouchie. There we go. So he's got a flask. And some moomies. And a slightly more invisible moomie. And some bats over that way. The boss encounter is just beyond those spinal columns.
Now you know! And knowing is 50% of the battle, according to my math.
Or maybe it's just a lot of perspiration. Also, if no one's perfect, why do people practice? Really just means practice always improves. There's no perfect. There's only Zool, who definitely is not perfect. I found the one bat that rules nothing else except these spare lands. Oh, okay. Well, the monster cries have given it away, unfortunately. Let's go meet them. Shit, man, that ruined everything. There goes the tension. Are you ready? I wanna rock. Shadow Sphere, Tomb of Power, Invincibility Ring. The boss is 9 Iron Liches. Can you handle 9 Iron Liches all at once, fucker? Oh, it doesn't sound like a problem now until half of them fire off tornadoes, which is still a problem when you're invulnerable. Hence why I started with the Shadow Sphere. The one item that protects me even while invincible, if you can believe that. And when you've killed them all, then this sector goes down. Ha 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 ha. Those tornadoes are going to be there a while. Let's forget about them. What a mess! You thought you would return to your own world after the Sparrow died, but his final act banished you to his own plane. Here you entered the shattered remnants of lands conquered by the Sparrow. You defeated the last guardians of these lands, but now you stand before the gates to the Sparrow's stronghold. Until this moment, you had no doubts about your ability to face anything you might encounter. But beyond this portal lies the very heart of the evil which invaded your world. The Sparrow might be dead, but the pit where he was spawned remains. Now you must enter that pit in the hopes of finding a way out, and somewhere in the darkest corner of the Sparrow's domain, his personal bodyguards await your arrival. By the way, it is pronounced domain, in case you were wondering. You don't get a special cutscene or anything, because it's extra content. But yes, that's the lead up to episode 5. So we go from his conquered dimensions they left apart in his will, if he had a will, to what episode 5 is, which is basically his homeland. Where he was born, where he grew up, where he was raised, whatever. Just in terms of narrative, that's what it means. But I don't even know if the level design will reflect that. It's some kind of level design. Next time on Game of Plays Heretic, I am going to start episode 5. I'd love to see you there. See you there.